Dontayvion Wicks grew up in the humid, sun-soaked town of Plaquemine, Louisiana, where football wasn't just a game, it was a way of life. Every street, school hallway, and neighborhood field echoed with the sounds of leather hitting hands and cleats digging into grass. Born on June 16, 2001, Wicks' journey began on those modest patches of turf, where imagination and competitiveness defined the boundaries of play rather than white lines. Even from an early age, he displayed a unique combination of natural athleticism and an unusual calm under pressure, a quiet confidence that seemed almost out of place in someone so young. People recognized his talent long before he did. To the casual observer, he was a kid enjoying football, but to those who watched closely, it was clear that Wicks played with the awareness of someone preparing for something much bigger. At Plaquemine High School, Wicks began to shape his identity as an athlete in a way that set him apart from his peers. He refused to be pigeonholed into a single role, embracing the challenge of mastering multiple positions on the field. He excelled both as a wide receiver and a quarterback, a dual perspective that gave him an uncommon understanding of the game. As a quarterback, Wicks learned to anticipate defensive schemes, understand timing, and read the flow of plays. As a receiver, he mastered route running, separation techniques, and adjusting to the ball in the air. This versatility would become one of his quiet strengths, a factor that allowed him to approach football with a depth of insight few players his age possessed. Coaches at Plaquemine often spoke of Wicks' maturity, his disciplined approach to practice, and the way he absorbed coaching instructions with precision. He wasn't the loudest or flashiest player on the team. Instead, he carried himself with a calm focus that drew people's attention without demanding it. His dedication and composure caught the eyes of multiple college programs, but ultimately, the University of Virginia offered the environment he sought. For Wicks, Virginia represented more than a chance to play football. It was an opportunity for personal growth, stability, and development into the best version of himself both on and off the field. Arriving in Charlottesville in 2019, Wicks faced a new level of challenge. The stadiums were larger, the crowds louder, and the competition more intense than anything he had encountered before. The playbooks were complex, the film sessions longer, and the standard for performance higher. As a freshman, he had to navigate these new pressures while proving himself among more experienced teammates. During his true freshman season, he appeared in 10 games, recording 3 receptions for 61 yards and a touchdown. While the numbers were modest, they provided Wicks with a crucial foundation. He wasn't afraid to take his reps, learn from his mistakes, and absorb every lesson available. Those early experiences hinted at the potential that would soon unfold. The following year, 2020, brought an unexpected challenge. Wicks suffered an injury before the season began, sidelining him for the entire year. For many athletes, losing an entire season can be a crushing setback, sometimes even derailing careers. But Wicks approached the situation differently. Instead of succumbing to frustration, he used the time to study the game more deeply than ever. He immersed himself in film study, worked tirelessly on rehabilitation, and prepared mentally for his return. That year off became a turning point, transforming adversity into motivation. When he returned to the field in 2021, Wicks was not just back, he was transformed. He had become one of the most explosive wide receivers in the country. Starting 11 of 12 games, he racked up 57 receptions for 1,203 yards, setting a school record, and scored 9 touchdowns. Week after week, he delivered performances that electrified fans and frustrated opposing defenses. His dominance earned him first-team All-ACC honors and solidified his place as a star at Virginia. For fans, Wicks had become a player who could change the outcome of a game in an instant. For NFL scouts, he was a rising prospect whose skills demanded attention. Wicks' journey to the NFL wasn't built on hype or single moments of brilliance. It was constructed from resilience, adaptability, and the quiet confidence that had defined him since his early years. By the time the 2023 NFL Draft arrived, teams recognized his potential, but not all understood the competitor he truly was. Questions arose. Could he maintain consistency? Was one breakout season enough to predict NFL success? The Green Bay Packers, however, saw the player and the person Wicks had become, selecting him with the 159th overall pick in the 5th round. Stepping into the Packers facility, Wicks entered a franchise with a storied history of developing receivers, a demanding standard of excellence, and a passionate, knowledgeable fan base. He signed his rookie contract on May 5, 2023, and immediately set out to prove that he was more than just a late-round selection. He wanted to show that he belonged, that he could compete at the highest level. Wicks made his NFL debut on September 10, 2023, against the Chicago Bears in a 38-20 victory. Although he didn't catch either of his 2 targets that day, the moment was about more than statistics. It was about stepping onto an NFL field for the first time, feeling the speed, hearing the crowd, and realizing that all the years of preparation had led to this opportunity. Just a week later, he produced the first signature moment of his professional career. Against the Atlanta Falcons, he caught a 32-yard touchdown from Jordan Love in a tight 25-24 loss. The route was precise, the separation clean, and the finish authoritative. It wasn't just a touchdown, it was a statement of what Wicks could become. The playoffs gave Wicks another stage to showcase his talent. On January 14, 2024, he scored his first postseason touchdown during the Packers' 48-32 wild card victory over the Dallas Cowboys. It was a defining moment for a young player. The pressure was high, the audience national, and the stakes enormous. Wicks rose to the occasion, proving that he could perform when it mattered most. The 2024 season brought new challenges. Defenses now had film on him and understood his tendencies. They prepared more thoroughly, studying his routes and predicting his patterns. Yet Wicks continued to adapt. In Week 4, he recorded 2 receiving touchdowns against the Minnesota Vikings, demonstrating his ability to exploit mismatches and perform in critical situations. He finished the season with 39 receptions for 415 yards and 5 touchdowns. While his yardage numbers were slightly lower than his rookie totals, his influence on the field remained clear, and the Packers increasingly relied on him as a versatile weapon in their offense. Injuries, doubts, and challenges have shaped him, but Wicks' response to each obstacle reflects the character that has defined his career. Whether sitting out a season due to injury, adjusting to NFL defenses, or making his first playoff touchdown, he has consistently demonstrated resilience, intelligence, and an unwavering commitment to improvement.